Hello there, Internet. My name is MegaMogwai, and ahead of us lies yet another building day in the arena. As today we continue on our journey to building good decks for ladder around underplayed cards. That's what we do on this channel, in case you're wondering. And today we're going to be showcasing a deck that I am super excited to share, as it is built around the card that I really wanted to brew around ever since I saw it in my collection. DELNEY, the Streetwise Lookout. You don't see this card played too often, but this card is extremely powerful in the right build. This is a 3-mana legendary human scout creature with a 2/2 stat line, which is, low, a stat line for 3 mana, but for a reason, because what an ability this card has. Creatures you control with power 2 or less cannot be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. So it turns your creatures with 2 power or less into pseudo flyers that can only be blocked by weaker creatures from the opponent, making it so that trades into your low powered creatures will generally be more favorable than they would otherwise, and it also allows you to walk through the opponent's defenses. And there are some decks that from the get-go had a lot of 3-power creatures that just cannot block into your stuff, which is really funny. But we don't really play DELNEY for this ability. It's a nice addition, don't get me wrong, and we make use of it. But the real reason I wanted to make a deck around this card is the second text right there, the second phrase, rather. If an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Every single creature that we play with power 2 or less, any sort of ability that they have that is triggered will happen twice. That means upon entry effects will happen twice, but that also means that effects like that happen, for example, on attack or on other creature playing or other cards entering the board will trigger twice. So with Preacher of the Schism, whenever we attack, we're going to be triggering either effect twice, either drawing 2 cards and losing 2 life, or generating 2 1/1 vampire lifelink tokens. With Wisp Drinker Vampire, whenever another creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Wisp Drinker Vampire and DELNEY together on the board means that this ability will be proccing twice every single time you develop a creature, whether you play it or you summon it through the Preacher of the Schism, for example. Like, there's already really neat synergy between these two. Wisp Drinker Vampire is a card that was literally designed to be played alongside DELNEY. Like, it's it's very obvious. They're both from the same set, and they function extremely well together. These two cards were made for each other. But the rest of the deck was a joy to build, because it wasn't an easy build. Like, this was a hard brew. This took me a long time to optimize. Preacher of the Schism was actually one of the latest additions to the deck, which seems kind of crazy. I've gone through many different iterations of this, but this version right here was absolute fireworks for me. It was amazing. It got us climbing through rank really fast, and it's a very, very powerful, underrated archetype that hopefully gets a little bit more attention, as what we have here is a deck comprised of creatures with power 2 or less. The entirety of our deck is formed of creatures that maximize at 2 power, so they all synergize with DELNEY. At 1 mana, we got the Snarling Gorehound. At 2 mana, we got the Spirited Companion and the Skullcap Snail. Good dog, bad dog, hence the name of the deck. They obviously work really well together because the surveilling effects will allow you to draw the cards that you need. You have more precise card draw in that regard. Skullcap Snail has a very powerful upon entry effect, forcing the opponent to exile a card from their hand. Not discard, exile, get it, banish it to the Shadow Realm. Just amazing, bypassing a lot of annoying potential flashbacks, disturbs, or exile this from your graveyard effects. Cards that they want to get in the graveyard, we're not even putting them there, baby. As these two cards have a very strong upon entry effect at the expense of a very weak stat line. But we want to be bouncing these, not only triggering them twice with DELNEY, but potentially bouncing them with Fortune Loyal Steed, whose bounce effect also triggers twice with DELNEY, in case you're wondering. As normally we'll be able to only exile up to 1 creature that's saddled at this turn, but because this effect triggers twice upon attack, we can actually saddle Fortune with more than 1 of these weak creatures, and then have Fortune bring them both back from exile. And then when both of them come back from exile, as DELNEY is on the board in this situation, they're both going to be triggering their upon entry effect twice. So the value, it doesn't like grow. It's an exponential growth, okay? Like, it is absolutely wild. Like, the ability this deck has to just really exacerbate the strengths of these triggered effects by duplicating them, and then duplicating them and duplicating them even more. Like, it's quadruplifying them. I can't even English, but I think you get what I'm trying to say here. Really dope shit, okay? Because we can play Werewolf's Bodyguard, for example, and trigger it twice. Like I said, Preacher of the Schism triggers twice, and this synergizes with the Wisp Drinker Vampire. And what we have here is a deck that, with very low-powered units, a deck that is susceptible to being bullied by just bigger, stronger creatures from the opponent, but a deck that tries to make up for that with units like Preacher of the Schism and with a lot of efficient creature removal. We have Go for the Throat, Shoulder's Edict for Planeswalkers as well, and Shoot the Sheriff as reliable 2-mana black-based single target removal. And then we have Werewolf's Bodyguard as a full set on top of that to make sure that we can deal with the bigger meanies and halt our opponent down while we slowly but surely bring them down with our own little guys, who, again, cannot be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. DELNEY not only works really well with our creatures, though, DELNEY really shines with this right here, the Restless Fortress. The Restless Fortress becomes a 1/4 Orzhov Nightmare creature into the end of the turn, and when it attacks, its effect will be triggering twice with DELNEY, not once, but twice, because it'll fall into her spectrum. And then we'll be able to attack with this and swing for 4 life gain for us and 4 life loss for the opponent, which turns this into a legit win condition. We're also playing Mirrex because Mirrex can synergize with the likes of the Wisp Drinker Vampire by generating more weak units that will trigger her, which is really nice. And the rest of the land curve is there to just really be able to play, as we have a pretty even distribution between white and black cards in this deck. So we have a pretty even distribution regarding lands as well. And last but not least, let's showcase the cards, or let's talk about the cards that make this deck really strong at essentially playing the long game, right? Like, once you reach a point where both players are kind of like top decking, you're both out of gas, these cards come in and allow you to just keep going, assemble the players, allows you to look at the top card of your library at any time. Once each turn, you can cast a creature spell with power 2 or less from the top of your library. And our entire deck is comprised of creatures with 2 power or less. So unless there's a land or one of these spells within the top of our deck, we'll be able to play a card from our deck and therefore have our deck be like a secondary hand, right? Like we have an extra card every turn in a way. And another card that really exceeded my expectations, like this card was suggested by Twitch chat and was absolutely stellar. And in fact, I would argue that if you do plan on crafting this deck, it'll probably be better for the deck if you go with 2 Kyla's Reconstruction. That's how impressed I was with this card. Kyla's Reconstruction allows you to look at the top 7 cards of your library, regardless of how much mana you spent on the X factor, and then you can put up to X artifact or creature cards that cost less than, or 3 or less, from your library onto the battlefield. That's a very powerful effect because we can bring out DELNEY alongside something else. Like, imagine we pull out a DELNEY and a Werewolf's Bodyguard for 5 mana out of our deck when we're running out of gas, and all of a sudden we get to wipe out 2 creatures. Like, and that's like only the beginning, because then we can proceed later down the line to trigger the Restless Fortress. Like, there's just a lot. Like, the reconstruction in the title of this card like really does fit what it does, and it allows us to, you know, have one last push in a match where things seem to have slowed down, and I really like it because of that. And that's the deck list right there. I've been speeding up my deck ticks a little bit to try not to ramble too much on certain aspects. This deck is one that I'm really proud of, really excited to share. I think it's extremely fun. It's also unique, and you know, it's what brings me joy in playing card games, man. Really showcase underlooked cards and how they can shine with a proper deck built around them. And that's where we're going to end it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Magic the Gathering content. Hope you enjoy today's games. Leave a like for good or for the bad dog. Whatever it is. I like it, and I appreciate it nonetheless. So that's a weird way to end it. Hope you enjoy the matches. Have a soul day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Snail doesn't let me choose, but Snail, like, the whole point of Snail and the synergy with DELNEY and everything is that I don't have to choose. I just get rid of their hand. Like, that's not a change that I'm making, guys. It's not happening. You can leave it at a rest because I am not taking out the Skullcap Snail for the bat. It's just not. That's not negotiable. Okay. It's a good pickup. I'm gonna swing with the Snarling Gorehound. We got good dog, back dog here. I have go for the throat. I need to lower the volume a little bit. You're a little bit too loud. There we go. But I'm gonna keep the go for the throat because I need to be able to deal with this aftermath analyst before it pops off. So we shadowy backstreet. That's a land, but we keep it since we intend on going for fortune next turn. We destroy this. And then we swing with both. But yeah, not allowing this aftermath analyst to come back is fundamental here. Okay. They went for a World Soul's Rage for the for Doggo. That's fine. We develop Fortune, Loyal Steed. We scry twice. We see back-to-back Skullcap Snails, which I honestly really like because I can really cripple their hand with this play. So I'm gonna go with that for that tactic. I can fully attack their hand here. Fortune, not easy for them to remove. They cannot pull something like that World Soul's Rage onto Fortune. That's completely fine. 2-4 stat line. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get rid of the hand, shall we? Snail 1. Snail 2. Saddle. Hop on that horse. Snail 3. And now in these stalemates, I don't care if I lose fortune here. I want to keep applying the pressure and I want to keep drawing. Fortune into Preacher of the Schism. The Gris Father, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, Gris. Thank you so much, buddy. I'm gonna keep that Caves of Koilos there. Boros. Anything I can do to like weaken their board, I will. So I will trade into that shit. Fortune, Loyal Steed. Get rid of these excess lands, thank you. We need substance. Fortune really halting them here. I want to play DELNEY so I can really tackle their hand. They can no longer block. Oh yeah. We halt them back a little bit there. Here we go. Skullcap Snail! Time to delete their hand, baby. Patience! Patience is key! Slow and steady wins the race. Yeah, they're realizing. You don't need to think, bro. You're losing all of your cards. It's okay. Your decisions in this particular moment don't matter. Fortune, onwards! These are really good cards, by the way, so I'm eager to see what they have. There's like a 9th Errant of Eos waiting there, isn't there? Oh, the recruiter. Oh, you're gonna be recruiting nobody. We don't really need the Skullcap Snail at this point, so let's move those two away. Oh yeah, that Werfox Bodyguard, that's totally my shit. Restless Fortress. We have 2 legendary creatures, which means we can either Takenuma. We could Takenuma to like draw that Werfox Bodyguard there. We're looking good. And you're top decking. Nice top deck, bro. How many do you find? That's a little bit annoying. How about we could Takenuma here. Because we can always kill the extra. I'm going to Takenuma. Because there's a world in which I pick up another snail. And if not, I just pick up the Werfox Bodyguard, baby. And get that... Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's go! Oh! So good at this game! Okay. They cannot block me with this. So just in case they magically draw, I'm gonna attack with you, I'm gonna attack with you, and I'm gonna attack with you. Because you can't block them. You're too big. You're too big, and DELNEY says no. DELNEY hates them thick. But I can respawn them. Ready to block anyways. And, I mean, lands are decent. But also not strictly necessary here. So So let's because we already have enough for you. Oh baby. So yeah, see, I really don't think I need more snails. Could be wrong. Let's keep that Werfox bodyguard though. Nice. Love seeing that. Token, so we banish it forever, and you. I'll trade your skullcap snail for that resolute reinforcements, baby. Oh, they don't even kill it. What the fuck? Well, I think you're dead. GG no re. Nori. See if we can get that plat 2, huh? Okay. We have a pretty, like, we kept the, like, I see the surveil. It's kind of a risky hand to keep in a way, but we are going to hit 3 lands. They have 3 options here. They take out Go for the Throat, which makes me want to develop the Restless Fortress and enable a turn 3 play instead. We don't need to rush the assemble the players. Golgari, Caustic Bronco. I really want to halt this. I feel like DELNEY Streetwise Lookout is going to get answered. So I'm going to use this Werfox Bodyguard to delay them. And I'm going to do so on my turn because that way I can stop this from attacking. Because they probably have removal, exactly. But that way they don't attack with the Caustic Bronco and I delay that draw for a little bit. And now we develop DELNEY Streetwise Lookout. Considering they're struggling on land, they probably have removal to spare. And I guess it's time for this card's debut. Auto pay. Okay, that felt really good. They have a Liliana, but they need a black source of mana for her. They're just gonna go for the removal instead. That being a tap land is really important, actually. That way we nullify their duress by playing the assemble the players. This enchantment is amazing here. I will block with Fortune. Yeah. Hopefully they pick up a land. I really want them to not be able to block here. Ah, shit. Okay. All right. So let's play you from the top of the deck. Oh yeah. We could bait a duress here. You guys ready? Preacher is great. Like, I can't say no to Preacher. I should play you first. I should have... No, I should draw, and then I should surveil and draw. I haven't played a land this turn, I think. And now with DELNEY, they can't block into this. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna saddle both. Because I get to trigger both. I go boom. Oh. Oh yeah, I keep that there. We draw, and then we surveil again. Oh, yeah. Value Town! Oh, shit. Fuck. I haven't played a land this turn, correct? So I can play you. Oof, okay. That back. They kind of have to play the oh. Yeah, they're trying to finish here. Buffing the trample unit. But they lose that. Or oh, it stays for one turn? At the end of your next turn, okay. Yeah. The only thing I lose to is one of these festering clutches. I did that before it was their turn because if they draw a piece of removal, then they get to attack with that anyways. They're gonna be sending that to the graveyard, okay. Oh, we gotta live here. Okay. I'm going to trigger the Wisp Drinker Vampire there. Her ability gives all my creatures with power 2 or less Death Touch and Lifelink, which allows me to pick off their board. They draw Dreams of Steel and Oil. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's get it! Oh, a combo! Oh, baby! We pretty much just burned him. Let's go! Oh, almost dead, but not quite, baby. We have a source of black mana, we have 2 sources of white, but we're facing mono red and they turn 1 Kumano. You know how that goes. I think we have to pre-show the Schism. We could have played Skullcap Snail, but I need a solid unit that can just block into their attacks. Oh fuck. They could just picked up a shock. Or that. Okay. Fuck it. You two, to the Shadow Realm! Just do not top deck a lightning strike for the love of God. Oh! Yes! Oh! Mono red going first with Kumano. Defeated, baby. Always at 1 health, man. I don't know. It's just this next thing, I guess. I think this can work. GRIXIS. You don't like this guy, do you? Oh, I have another one. Good card to get rid of. In GRIXIS command, very nice. It's completely fine. I'm gonna keep Preacher of the Schism. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. This card is insane. This card is actually... This Kyla's Reconstruction is nuts. Meu Deus. I could go for Spirited Companion for card draw. And I think I value... I already have a Preacher of the Schism. I think I value that more than a second one. Let's Surveil twice, draw, and then Surveil twice and draw again. Good dog back, dog baby. That I can't say no to that. He's such a good boy. I can't deny it. And you as well. And now with DELNEY, we generate 2, and we can Surveil once more. Shouldred's Edict seems pretty decent. Look at all this surveilling and everything. Oh my God. The power! DELNEY, baby. Okay, yeah, this card is bananas. Kyla's Reconstruction is actually bananas in this deck. Dude, I could even consider a second one, to be honest. I just don't know what to fit in for it. Oh, baby, that Liliana is so nothing.
This is my home, and
No, it's not.
touch my things.
No, it's not. I'll touch all your things.
Off you go.
I'm gonna touch all of your things. Good dog, gonna take one for the team. Asher and Reaper, I don't give a fuck about you, bro. I'm not afraid of you. I am not afraid. You hear me? I'll sack these two. Take the hit from that. Use my life as a resource. Get rid of that before it becomes a problem. And yeah, you can't block me. Like, you have so many units, but you just cannot block me. Feels bad, man. Good dog. Good dog, go in. We don't need that. We can draw land easily, so just one land is all we need. Okay. Okay, how about we Fortune Loyal Steed? Surveil. Scry. I want the substance. Look at that scry value right there, baby. But we're just getting started. Bad dog. Eat Liliana. The bones, everything. Eat her alive. Good boy. Preacher of the Schism. Connect directly. DELNEY, I never want to block with you, so attack as well. Here we go. Let's get some damage in. Let's get rid of the Planeswalker. Let's surveil some more, shall we? Assemble the players. See, that's the kind of card that I'm happy to see at this point. So...
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Yeah. That you should probably tell that to the mono-red player I faced earlier. Not me. And now that baits them into wanting to play that and mill me. That's fine, bro. You're not winning this game by milling. What do you got? What do you got for me? I know what I got for you. I'm gonna get rid of this asshole. Had enough of you. I'm gonna let the other hit go through. Good boy. Such a good boy. I think we got a video, ladies and gentlemen.